This is the Asylum, a new game that's been apparently being made for hundreds of years. No, but I start a new session. Scope. Memories and possibilities are ever more hideous than realities. Herbert West, 1922.
There I was, after all those years, at the threshold of a nightmarish place. I never thought I'd have the courage to return.
The Stranger Things font, if I'm correct.
While I had been toying with the idea for a while, that day I had woken up with a peculiar urge to return to Hanwell Mental Institute.
Spooky. It says 60 frames, but it feels like 30.
Of course, there was a strong reason to come here, but the circumstances that led me back to the Institute were oddly dreamlike, as if I wasn't in control of my own actions.
Where this was made.
Why was I doing
French and
this?
Spanish name vibes.
I needed to know what this place had done to me, the meaning behind those bizarre visions. I'd rather face the direful truth than live in blissful oblivion. Let's save the game. Let's overwrite my slight. I tried it once before this run for 2 minutes. So I know I have to pick up my notebook in the car. Any settings? Low conversations. I guess this is the graphics setting. There's no subtitles. Well, maybe they just subtitle naturally. Kind of like, as I grabbed my notepad, I was struck by a sense of confidence I hadn't expected. I felt ready to tackle the mysteries inside that looming structure. Guess I'm getting out. Middle mouse button zooms. Right click to open my journal. I trusted I would find the answers I so desperately needed inside the Hanwell Mental Institute. HMI. Oops. A gloomy forest bordered the grounds of the Institute, creating a pronounced sense of isolation. Spacebar. Toggles hotspots. What a strange rock formation. Beautiful, yet somehow disquieting. There was a sort of unnatural calm surrounding the area. It wasn't helping to boost my confidence at all. Alright, seems a little contradictory to what you just said. No hotspots beside the trees. Even though I was still outside, I could already feel the oppressive nature of the building. How old those trees were. The entire place felt ancient, somehow stuck in time. Oh! The institute was every bit as loathsome as I remembered. Alright, I guess we gotta walk back. Give my car a wide berth. Maybe it'll try to bite me. I'm not sure. Let's enter. Ooh, a person is here. 8 p.m.
Welcome to the Hanwell Mental Institute. What can I do for you?
I wasn't expecting to find anyone here.
Oh? And why is that?
Well, this is gonna sound a bit strange, but I thought this building was abandoned.
As you can see, that's no longer the case. My name is Julia, and I'm the receptionist for the Institute. Why are you here?
Ooh, I picked the right spot. People. Julia.
So
It's really
you were the
dark on
receptionist
side.
here?
Yes, this is my first night. The Institute is operating with minimal staff until renovations are complete.
Do you cover a position other than receptionist? I feel this place needs a lot of staff.
Not at the moment. I'm just waiting on people to show up at the door and helping them whenever needed.
Sounds like you're doing a good job.
Perhaps. There's not much I can do at the moment.
I see how the position could be a bit tedious. At least until there's more people arriving. I don't think we have anything else to discuss.
Thank you for being considerate. There's so much I need to do.
Weird. Okay.
This is an awkward situation. I was hoping to take a look around the Institute.
Oh, but you thought it was
Indeed,
abandoned.
and that's why I thought nobody would mind.
No line.
We certainly do mind. This is private property, you know. Hanwell Mental Institute was never abandoned, just closed to the public until recently. And still, deserted or not, it's not like just anyone can walk inside. You do realize that.
This caught me completely by surprise. I'm not sure what to say.
Well, you can start by explaining yourself. Why did you come here?
He's talking like it's the past tense.
The last thing I expected was to find people here tonight.
He said that
I
already.
assumed the Institute had shut down indefinitely.
Not indefinitely. It's true that it ceased to operate for a number of years, but we're in the process of reopening it now. While not in the most pristine of conditions,
Journal
which should be
update.
evident if you look around, the structure is still robust and usable, but there's a lot of work to do.
I must say its general state is indeed rough. But I can see how with some cleanup, intensive cleanup, you could get this place up and running again.
Also, other mental hospitals in the region are growing overcrowded, which has prompted state authorities to reuse this place.
The region.
Why are other hospitals so overcrowded?
I can't say. Maybe it's the times we're living in. Don't you feel somewhat overwhelmed by everything that's going on in the world? I often do. Guess some people are less prepared to cope with all that and, need help.
I see your point.
Still, that doesn't mean I can allow a complete stranger in.
I played this part already. I just restarted, like I got to the room after this, and I don't remember that dialogue. It was different.
So, let me get this straight. The whole Institute is being reopened?
That's what I said. Patients from smaller hospitals who are not getting proper attention are being relocated here, and extensive renovations are scheduled to begin tomorrow.
It all seems rather empty, though.
Tonight, it's just me, security, Dr. Miller, and a few patients in the building.
Already have patients, huh? Let's talk about Dr. Miller.
So who's Dr. Miller?
He has been appointed as the new head director of the Institute, and he's overseeing the whole reopening process.
I thought Hanwell was the director. Isn't that the name of the Institute?
That was a long time ago, and I'm not sure about that history either. I do recall that Dr. Miller and Dr. Hanwell were acquainted with each other. And I don't think Dr. Miller is planning to change the name of the Institute either, out of respect for Dr. Hanwell.
Where can I find Dr. Miller?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you.
Why?
He's a robot.
Because that area is off limits, and we had an agreement.
Fine. I don't want to get you into trouble. This isn't my first time here, you know.
Oh, you used to work here?
Well, I'm very much acquainted with this institute.
You should have said so in the first place. I still don't understand why you came all the way up here in the evening.
There's something from those old days that I need to find, and quite urgently. It's a health issue.
You sound serious.
Very much so.
And you're looking for...
Documents mostly, maybe some notes. There's a matter of great importance that I need to understand.
Well, it's a highly unusual situation, but it's not like you can cause much trouble. And if you do, I'll have the security guard have a not-so-friendly talk with you.
Oh no.
Understood.
Let's talk rules then. First, you're fully responsible for your own safety.
Okay.
I accept all the risks.
You must also leave before dawn. The construction workers are arriving early and will turn the place upside down. And please, steer clear of the upper floors. There's dangerous equipment up there. Do we
Like
have an
what?
agreement?
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, Julia. This means a lot.
Very well. Go ahead. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Me too. Something tells me this is my last chance before the Institute as I knew it ceases to be.
It's going to be a whole different place in the morning, that's for sure.
Right-click the end of competition. Oh, maybe I'll talk about my condition.
I didn't have the best of experiences at the Hanwell Mental Institute.
I'm sorry to hear that. As I told you, I'm not familiar with those days. My understanding is that things were rough. But I can assure that all current staff members are new and everyone is eager to get this place up and running again.
Julia, your enthusiasm is commendable, considering the state of this place.
I like to think positive.
Alright.
See you later, Julia.
Let's end here. Can I move with... No. Just look around. Base bar. Over here, we can look up the stairs. Well, there's a door over there. Let's go over there. Look at some paintings. It is kind of dark. Oh, can I get out of here? Alright. Statue. Oh, it's that grandfather clock. An old but elegant grandfather clock, which unfortunately was no longer working. I'm telling all this in the past tense. Like it's not happening now. Just creepily walk behind Julia. Got all the stuff on the floor. Can't read it, don't think that's English. In fact, it looks backwards. Hard for me to tell with my old eyes. Alright. We have now reached the extent of my first playthrough. This room. That's all new to me now. Visitors would sit here to speak with their relatives or loved ones. Such a desolate sight now was heartbreaking. A little tiny. We got a light switch. I assume it was an alarm button didn't work. I might have been used to alert security and if any, of any troublesome patients during visits. Okay. Light switch. The switch didn't work, but not even bright light would have made this visiting room more appealing. Little purple prose here. All things considered, rearranging the tables and cleaning up a bit wouldn't take too much time. Tables look kind of crappy. Nowhere else to go here. Wonder if I have a map. Journal. I've already forgotten how to get my notepad. Right click. What happens if I click on this? Oh, it's just a record of everything I said. I felt terrible about not disclosing the truth to Julia, but there was no way she'd have allowed me in if she knew that I was a former patient of the Institute. In any case, the first step to understanding my condition was to remember what had afflicted me in this place. Well, what would she assume? Oh, glasses. Can I take these? Move mouse to examine. Hit him and left click to put it down. Just broken glasses. Wire rim glasses. They go back on the table. Well, let's... This should connect to the hallway. I seem to remember the layout of the building. This was the administrative area, with offices for a few key staff members. That should link right up to where I was. Cleo Mullius, or Mullins. Mullius. Anthony J. Angel. It says diploma, although at this distance, it kind of looks like dipluri, but I think it says diploma. Well, at least they had fire extinguishers, that is, provided they were operational. Another door. WC, the water closet. Spooky. Very clean looking. Broken mirror. Perhaps a long time ago, those things had invited people to wash their hands, but not now. They're inviting them to play basketball. There was nothing I could or should do with the trash. Why have a thing there? Eye pokers. I guess it's a coat rack for... Oh. Lights didn't work here. The men's room, evidently. What intrigued me was that the woman's room was nowhere in the vicinity. The toilet didn't feel very private in its current state. Well, you mean all the flies watching? Out of service. I wasn't planning to go in anyway. Let's toggle. Alright, an empty bathroom. Transitions really tank the frame rate. Oh, that's just the window. I think Veil of Grime covered the window, and it was a shame I could have used a glimpse of the outside world. Ah, that's a reflection. Okay. Walk down the hallway. Archives. Oh. Maybe I can find information about myself. Let's go in. Beside Brian Connors. Ooh, an open safe. Bringing a match into this room was out of the question. Oh, interesting thoughts. Interesting thoughts. Many rows of boxes, presumably filled with administrative papers, adorned the east wall. Alright. Text adventure vibes. Ooh, a map. Can I use it? Seems to be stuck. Letter opener. I figured the letter opener would come in handy. Okay, let's look at the map first. Speaker wiring diagram. Certain items can be picked up and used later. Right-click to open your journal. The wiring diagram seems to indicate the location of speakers across the section of the first floor. The front door, the visiting room, the hallway. I must be in this room right now. Alright. How do I get out of here? Items. The letter opener. Oh, okay, that's talking about the letter opener. A fairly elegant letter opener. Sharp, too. Alright, I think I can open the drawer with the letter opener. Oh. Photograph. Nothing of note. No power. I guess I gotta wire this up. Okay. Get out of here. Can I make notes? So I have to come back. I gotta take a screenshot, I suppose. So, like terminal outside this room. All right, we gotta figure out what that means. Figure that out, and then we have a ledger. Carrie Cutler, Charles Van Razor, Crazy Man, Derek Paul Petrick, Dominic Rockham, Gaby Moon, Gerard J. Miller. Are these backers or Hans Geiger, Jan Thayson, Jonathan, Juan Martin, De La Paragire, Camille Napzik, Kevin Brown, Kevin Konakovsky, Mike Delapia, Paul Barrett, Pavel Kutach, Ricardo J. Barberis, maybe. Rowena, Serena Nelson, Stu Blood, Coffee Sizer, ooh. Tom Cock, hey, Vincent Gonzalez. Alright. Just rando names. The safe may have stored valuables once, but all that remains was meaningless. No, it was possible to pull it out. Alright, so let's right click, letter opener. Wait, how do you use an item then? Alright, I suppose I can't use it here, 'cause it's not giving me any option to use it. Do I have an inventory button? Oh. Bringing a match to this room with okay, same thing. Alright, let's check the autosave situation. I'll overwrite my second save. Okay. Let's exit the room and take a look outside. The wiring diagram seemed to indicate this room with a terminal here. I don't see anything. We have this office. This is the visiting room I came out of. Study. Around. Spacebar. Nothing. Below it. CO. Don't know. Oh, I can go over here. Maybe I can read it now. Why did you come? Below it. It's too dark, man. You want me to read these books? Press tab to read the text more clearly. Ugh, that's not more clearly. Constructive psychotherapy, continuing evolution of the cognitive sciences, forms and facets of constructivist psychology, Chapter 2, personal change and reconstruction, the challenge of change, meaning making and creative aging, self-observation in constructive psychotherapy. Chapter 3, social systemic perspective, radical constructivism, personal constructs and systemic practice, termination as a rite of passage, strategies for a therapy of inclusion. Don't tell me I can look at every one of these books. Alright, I'm gonna skim these. I'll leave them on screen for a little bit. Alright. Are any of these interesting? Something gonna have a content? Self-panic and blame maintenance? Negative feedback seeking? Please tell me I'm a bad boy. Senses and nonsenses. Diagnostic issues, epidemiologic issues, etiologic issues, prognostic issues, mania, hypomania, treatment. Hypomania? Is that like depression? Or normal? Hypomania. Oh my god, look at all this. Theoretical framework of relational spirituality. Da 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 da. Ba 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 doo ba doo ba dee. Intersubjectivity and relational spirituality. Relational spirituality and psychotherapy again and again and again and again. Are these just for color? I bet you they are. Didn't they make this game over 15 years? Enhancing life trajectory. I can't click anywhere, it's just table of contents. Sensation and perception. Sensation, perception. Relaxation, hypnosis, intelligence. Memory, intelligence, state of the mind. Interaction psychology and research method. Neurotransmitters. L-dopa. Wait, that's the drug. It's like a catecholamine, right? Catecholamine. Psychology of study. I'm getting a little glare off my screen. We got a front desk here. And by front, I mean not front. Spacebar. Oh, some things don't highlight. You can just pick them up. I gotta keep this in mind now. Relaxing classical music. Prelude to guitar. Toccata. G flat. I'm gonna find a Gone Home book. Like in Firewatch. Beginnings. Oh, some important items are collected for your record book. Press escape to read them at any time. Alright. For decades, the Hanwell Mental Institute housed patients of many ages with varying degrees of mental illness. Feeble-minded men and women not fit for living independently in society were admitted and received excellent nursing care. With a hygienic environment, magnificent facilities, and well-qualified personnel, the institute strive to attend all their needs. Tend to. I need to practice my reading. The 4-story building was constructed atop a cliff amidst a leafy and calm forest, with the goal of housing over 300 patients. This particular location ensured maximum security. Access was severely restricted, and any patient attempting to leave would have to descend a rocky and winding path down to the base of the high mountain, thwarting any attempt to escape the facility. You can't walk down the road? I guess it's easy to catch somebody walking down the road. Every day, patients could spend their time in the vast courtyard, library, or game room and take part in other leisure activities. The most capable ones were periodically selected to help with daily duties such as laundry, cooking, administrative tasks, and such. Groups were assembled and assigned to a therapist according to the cognitive capabilities of their members. Engaging each individual in diverse approaches to therapy. That's a weird sentence. These included standard rehabilitation, hydrotherapy, group therapy, and, for the more difficult cases, other more stringent methods. We'll find this out later, I suppose. Was I a stringent method kind of person? Please be more mindful of the vinyl records. Their covers are scattered all over this section, and they're getting damaged. We can't let patients play with them, although I've seen members of the staff being careless with them as well. Got the weird JFs. It's a shame and a disgrace to all the hard work we nurses do here to keep this place running smoothly. Alice. This person learned cursive around my time. How do I tell? Because the R's. are the plateau art style, which I think they're different now. Actually, I think kids don't know how to do cursive anymore. There's 2 pages of this. Can I turn the page? I guess I can. Is this a record? I can't take it out, apparently. This didn't deserve my attention. That didn't deserve my... Okay. So some things don't get highlighted. I have to be mindful of items. Umbrellas, crutches. The blackboard seemed to have been used and overused through countless years. Alright, so it's just information. So is this record a puzzle? We gotta explore some more. I wish I could take the map with me. We'll take one more gander at that chart. I wonder how to use items. I hope it'll tell me. I hope I don't have to use the letter opener on the drawer, because it doesn't seem to let me. It was my first impulse to do so. What was that? Maybe I don't need power, I can just find a record. So if I click this, take the items, he pops it out, letter seems sharp enough to cut through more than just paper, and then he puts it away. Okay. Let's continue exploring the front hall. Office's waiting room. So there's Julia. Her name's Julia, right? Oh, another map. Can I keep this map? Let's take it. Take a look at it. Courtyard. The large cafeteria. Go to gallery. Second floor, exterior. Therapy room, laundry room. This is not where I am. Can I get out of this? Male patient infirmary. Female patient infirmary. Foyer. Yes, I'm Canadian, so I say foyer. Corridor, archives, meeting room. These 2 rooms I can't see. Oh, these are offices. Been there, been there, been there. Can I write on this? Waiting room janitor. I am here. Okay. Let's get out of here. Turn around. This was not marked. Does this go back to the waiting room? Oh, paintings. A famous classical painting. Not my area of expertise, so I don't know who painted it. Ebersbacher. The dimly lit office belonged to Dr. Anne Ebersbacher, a stern and cold psychologist whom I remembered from my stay at the institute. I was surprised to find the room unlocked. The statue was fairly heavy and somewhat tacky. It's a Greek myrmidon. Is that Alexander the Great? Turn this fan off. Uh-oh. Risque content. Sophisticated choice for this room. What could it have meant to the owner? No idea. Okay. Drawers seem to be jammed. Hey, maybe I can use the thing. Right click. Items. People. I vaguely remember Dr. Ebersbacher as the therapist who treated patients with novel psychology methods. Alright, same. I don't know how to apply items to things. Got some chairs. Dr. Hans Ebersbacher. Kingsport State University. Is this meant to be in the States? I don't know. What do they call divisions in Spain? I don't know. Where are we? Maybe Spain used estates. Maybe they use provinces. Cantons, prefectures, it could be anything. Counties. Base barring, got the painting. Huh, alright. Don't know where. Ah, there's something over here. Can I get behind the desk? Why can't I get behind the desk? Don't make me read another 1,000 books, please. One book's good enough. Edwards Backer's library was respectable and well preserved. Is that Hebrew? I think that might be Hebrew. Oh. Never mind, the books are just written backwards. Old plate. Crypts. It's written backwards. It still could be Hebrew, but maybe it's just something backwards. Interesting. These are normal. And Edwards Backer, Kingsport State University, Commonwealth of Kingsport. The faculty and president, blah blah blah, wherever Kingsport is. 1963. Ooh, I got behind the desk. It was a pile of documents about workers at the Institute. Alright, I guess I'm not interested. Book. When I first arrived at the Institute, I wasn't sure what to expect. Though it's well located and its facilities are modern and effective, the horse and buggy mentality of the staff and approach to medicine are appalling. It's been a few weeks already since I got here, and I know for certain that I won't get along well with Ellis. I can appreciate Dr. Hanwell's perspective and his need to take a firm hand in everyday activities at the Institute. I know too well what it means to deal with these sick, mindless individuals. But Ellis is an altogether different matter. His attitude is borderline brutish and dates back to the bygone era of barbaric practices. I can't understand how this character has attained so much rank and power at the Institute. Wish I could understand what Hanwell saw in him. Okay, I take Ellis is not Dr. Hanwell. Go out and look at the photos, the signs, and find out what Ellis's name is. In spite of general adverse environment, I'm anxious to start testing my theories with a number of patients. Fortunately, the staff seem to respect my background in extensive study. They almost seem intimidated by them. Even Ellis treats me differently, with a kind of silent doubt, as if he didn't know what to expect. And I've seen how he treats women at the Institute. Guess I must be some sort of puzzle to him. So, I look forward to keeping my notes and observations in this journal, and I'll be working with a particularly diverse group, with some of its members exhibiting extreme and promising pathology. Rebecca is by far the most intriguing subject. This woman has been a schizophrenic from a young age, exhibiting a rambling and erratic personality. No family, no social life to speak of. She used to live in the suburb, where she'd roam aimlessly in the streets. Your typical town loony. Last year, she was viciously raped by 2 thugs and left heavily beaten and bruised in a damp alley. It's a miracle she's still alive. It's a miracle. Anyone cared enough to save her. Sadly, she became pregnant after the attack, which sent her psyche into an even darker downward spiral. Am I the kid? Am I a man? Am I the woman? Could be. Her mind is in a nadir now. She thinks she's carrying the spawn of the devil and has repeatedly attempted to perform an abortion. Right, she's still pregnant then. A fringe case by any measure, the sort of patient that would have received unabashed shock treatment in other institutions, and the perfect subject to test newer, less invasive approaches to mind healing. Like I say, now there's a 100% chance I'm the baby. And if I'm wrong, I was still right. Our first group therapy session will begin tomorrow with about half a dozen patients, or so I've been told. I'm going to focus on one particular group for now, and I believe Hanwell himself will be present for the first session. Nothing of the sort has been attempted in this place, and I'm excited to take the first steps into a brighter new age for psychology. How do I see that? Interviews? Credits, achievements, new, let's save the game just for the hell of it. Every so often. I don't remember how to get the journal. I'm right-clicking. Ooh, a tape recorder. Cassette player owned by Dr. Ebersbacher, possibly meant to she have used it to record her sessions with thoughts. Can I operate it? There wasn't much I could do with this device unless I had a cassette with me. Alright. So I guess I come back here with a cassette. Where are my records? It told me how to do it, and I don't remember how to do it. Settings. Interviews. Achievements. Schizophrenia. Oh, I don't know where to get the records. I'm gonna have to review the video later. Figure it out. I don't need to read it again now. Alright. Oh. Is there a code on this? Use the mouse to move the camera. Place it at the top or bottom of the screen to pan up or down while zoomed. Okay. I bet you the tape recorder will tell us the code. Okay. It's unlocked. Paste. Clicking. Nothing in here. Oh, she went to a different style this time. Oh. Ann Ebersbacher. An ideal compliment. The recovery rate at the Institute was high, thanks to advanced treatments and novel group therapy techniques pioneered by the universally acclaimed Dr. Ann Ebersbacher. Even patients with extreme mental disorders showed meaningful progress under her care and went on to enjoy full lives within the walls of the Institute. Many others returned to their families in time, ready to face new challenges and experiences in their improved condition. Dr. Ebersbacher organized and directed group therapy sessions for patients who had a chance of recovering or demonstrated an ability to reason. She even took part in many of those sessions herself, investing an unusual amount of effort in her patients' progress. Colleagues remember her soft, caressing voice. It had a magical effect, soothing everyone around her. Her dedication was initially perceived by the rest of the staff as the mark of passion and altruism, but in time it became apparent that her interest was purely medical. Although Dr. Ebersbacher was a generally moral and honorable person, American spelling, she was in fact wholly uninterested in the patients themselves and was focused rather on the improvement of science. It was by pure chance that her patients improved in return. In later years, Dr. Ebersbacher's demeanor became cold and calculating. She began to neglect herself, always showing up to work untidy and exuding a somber mood. Rumors that she made a startling discovery abound to this day. timepiece, but don't make me read it again. Make me read it again. Can I go down one more? That's the same one. Guess we're just here to find information. Now we got the painting over there. Oh, wait a minute. Can I... Looking for things on the bottom. I don't see anything. Let's take a gander if we can find Alice's name. Television Goings. Walter Conweber. Go back. Nelson Miguel. Mike Morrison. Those are probably just credits. Brian Connors. Is that Alice? Cleo. Anthony. Caroline. Just random names. Okay. Is this the main hall again? The foyer. The waiting room, which is linked to the foyer. There is a series of uninteresting magazines on the table, dated too. Psychology of Love. And what a cover. What a cover. I must say. Let's take a look inside that brain. Let's Hannibalize you. Longer life for people past 40. Just shock your brain. No pain in the membrane. Opening of the West Infirmary, 1878. Okay. Thorazine. There are ads. So, maybe this is American. Reasons for admission. Oh, this might be fun. Let's find one funny. Laziness. Masturbation and syphilis. Masturbation for 30 in one sitting? That's quite ambitious. Smallpox. Snuff eating for 2 years. The war. Bloody flux. That's a medical, like, why wouldn't you go to the doctor for that? Seduction and disappointment. Scarlatina. Have no idea what that is. Salvation Army. Rumors of husband murder. Some of these are a gunshot wound. Were you just running out of things to write? Decoyed into the army. Kicked in the head by a horse. Dissolute habits. Dropsy. Egotism. Alright. Lots of fun stuff. Are you deformed or crippled? Yes, look at me. A random photograph. Okay. Huh. Nothing in the waiting room. Ooh, I can see the roiling sea. The vast and lonely ocean extended as far as the eye could see. Felt like I was at the end of the world. Well, that's typically what the oceans mean. Genitor, don't scare me. They said this game has no jump scares, and then it says, well, maybe sometimes. And I'm glad. I don't suspect many, but I really wanted to know if this was a chase game, like a hurry up and wait game where you hide from a monster for 800 hours. I don't think so. It was too dark in the closet to see anything. So this might be a jump scare candidate. Ah! I scared myself. Just a bunch of meaningless notes left for the poor janitor. Classical Gold, another record. Which I just... Record book updated. How do I get to that? I'm just gonna press every button. One, F2, F3, F4, F5. Tab? No. Maybe tab away. Caps lock? No. Shift. Control. Oh, control lets me zoom. Spacebar is the hotspot. Right click is the notebook. Escape. I have the interviews. Maybe I can turn the page. No, these are just interviews. Oh, it's skipping. Achievement, interviews, achievements. Alright, I can go to achievements and then turn the page from there. Meeting room. I wonder if these are in order or not. One, beginnings. Am I missing things? This is something to, I need to know, like, these were very close together, so it might be scrambled. Sensitivity towards visual stimuli. Judging by the smell, it had been a while since anyone had emptied that trash. Office Hawthorne cleaned using cloth, empty trash. Monday, October 14th. Cleaned using cloth, empty trash. Archives, floor swept, mopped under using water and detergent at least once per week. Cleaned using cloth daily. Floor cleaned using degreasing floor cleaner. Sanitizer applies throughout the day. Sanitizer applies to walls and rinsed. Clean using degreaser. Waiting room. Foyer, at least twice per week. Nothing on the back. Goes back on the wall, record book updated. That's just some achievements. Everett Packer's office. Meeting room. I don't know what was updated. Right click to show an item you're carrying. Oh, okay. Doctor and Soul Interspirituality. Okay. What are these pages, man? No, I just did that. Interview, like, I'm skipping pictures. I can see them. Tab. Oh, unless those are the save games. Save games. Several liquids that were of no use to me, some of them dangerous, even. There was nothing of importance in them. I had the impression that if it worked, the radio would only play pre-war transmissions. It's like a time traveler. I think I'm done. Considering how dirty the blanket was, there was no way I would touch it. Okay. Anxious as I was to find the reason behind my visions, I wasn't inclined to rummage through an organic trash. Oh, but I'll just slit open a bag randomly. Alright. The mystery of the record book. Alright. Session 1. Time to move forward. So I did the first section. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I'm missing stuff in every room, but there seems to be more rooms than boxes. Journal updated. Is that this? Alright. Oh, is this what it means? This the doctor installed industry. Okay. I remember that the Kirkbride plan was a proposed layout system in mental hospitals for the treatment of patients. It was believed that architecture was conducive to the healing of the mind. Okay, maybe it just meant this. The female infirmary. The male infirmary in the cafeteria. In the library. Okay, which direction are we gonna go? Frustratingly, the door wouldn't open. Shame, I could have used some fresh air. Let's go this way. Really weird picture morphing. Is this the cafeteria? Looks like it. Ah, faces coming out of the dark. No hospital would be complete without a good old-fashioned corkboard. You know, let's go into the cafeteria first. Door seems to be stuck. Try as I might, I couldn't get it open. Alright, never mind. The door was shut tight. Do we have to go to the library first? Let's go the other way. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Walking towards the library. Shoop-a-doop-doop-doop-doop-doop. Shoop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop-boop. You must be the library because you're labeled. And you must be the female ward, which is not there. Alright, library. The door seemed to be latched from the other side. Huh. Well, this is a pickle. Nothing. The switch was useless. Do I have to do the wiring puzzle first? But I didn't see any evidence of wiring. Can I go back to talk to Julia? Walk around. Oh, there's stairs. I can go upstairs. I forgot about the stairs. I had to turn them on. Otherwise, I'd certainly have tried. What am I
Hi,
doing?
Julia. I forgot to ask you something.
Oh, is it just interview?
You know, I found the most strange note in the trash.
Are you picking up random trash?
Yeah.
What? No. I just happened to see the paper in a bag.
Okay, I'll bite. What's on the paper?
It looks like notes for chapters in a book. Very abbreviated.
Well, there are many books in the meeting room.
You're right. I might go and take another look.
Well, thank you for the clue.
That's all for now.
Let's go
I'll
do
be
that.
back.
That's why there's so many books here. No, this one. It said Doctor and Soul Interspirituality. I remember that. That was in one of the things. No, it was here. Like, it was one of these ones. Nope. Oh, no, don't tell me it's one of the first ones. Ah, the Doctor and Soul. Okay, here we go. Interspirituality. Attachment. Relational spirituality after the medical gaze. Varieties of relational spirituality. Balancing spiritual dwelling and seeking. Anxiety, relational trauma, and suffering. Attachment and relational spirituality. Difference. Can I turn the page? No. No! Interspirituality. There's intersubjectivity. Relational spirituality, relational spirituality, relational spirituality. Secondly, what is this going to give me? The three relational development systems, relational spirituality. It's not here. It did mention this book, though. Can't look at my notes while I'm there. Doctor and Soul and Inter something spirituality. Intersubjectivity and relational spirituality. The number is 181. But here, we can make a record. Well, here, let's take a picture of all these numbers. What do I do with this number? Oh, was there an office I didn't go into? I think there was an office I didn't go into. There's two office doors here. Dr. Hawthorne. Office of a named Hawthorne. I can't get in. There is a rota on the wall. I have all these records, but nothing to use them with. Cleaned using trash. Empty trash. Clean using the cloth. Empty trash. Oh, I got a number. Where do I apply this number? I did find... the painting. Okay. I missed this one the first time. Got a cassette. Look down. Nothing in here. Is Julia like a hint system? Okay, let's open this drawer. Use the cassette. I have.
Earlier this morning I used foul language in reprimanding a clumsy nurse who forgot to lock the door to the female wing. Truly offensive, dirty words. I don't recall ever doing that before. I've clearly been under a lot of stress lately. My worst fear is becoming another Alice, so I need to remain level-headed and focused. It's this place. There's a general feeling of unease in the Institute, and those unsettling rumors don't help. But the main reason for my jumpy state has to be the baffling regression in Group E. It's disconcerting and worrying. I'm giving Alice too many reasons to use shock treatment on these patients and take all of us decades back in time. Alice Hawthorne, the backwards time traveler, that fucking bastard. Ah, there you go. I did it again. Of all the cases, Rebecca is obviously the most puzzling one. She's having nightmares about her attackers again, after a month of not uttering a word about the incident. And she's also becoming increasingly violent. I fear she will seriously harm herself. Yesterday, Alice found her viciously scratching her stomach. So much she left flesh wounds. She should be giving birth sometime in July. That's 3 weeks from now. Certainly this fact could be the explanation for her regression, if it wasn't for the rest of them.
Alright. That's it for part 1. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.